This video will show how to configure your TKO Champion GPS receiver for a static survey using the GPS V-Series management software version 1.30. What we'll need is our TKO receiver and the standard Y cable that came with your receiver. First thing we want to do is turn on our TKO receiver. So power it on. When the smart intelligent voice says what mode it's in, we'll need to change that to the static mode. In order to do that, we will press the F1 button here twice. 1, 2. She says base mode. Now we can change between the different modes: base, rover, and static. We'll hit F1. It's in rover mode. We'll hit F1 once again. Once it's in static mode, we'll hit the power button. Go ahead and turn your receiver upside down with it on and in the correct mode, and we'll plug in our COM port to our computer's COM port. We do not want to use the USB connection for this. Then we'll take our connection, other end of our connection, and connect it to the bottom of our TKO receiver. Once this is done, we'll be ready to work with our management software in order to configure the correct settings to perform a static survey with the Champion TKO. Now we're ready to work with our GPS V-Series receiver management software version 1.30. Just go ahead and execute your software. And you have the TKO receiver already plugged into your COM port. It's still powered on. Just click Open Port. At the bottom of your screen, if it's successful connection, you'll see the serial number, the registered date for your receiver, and the message, the serial number and register successfully. Now we want to get down to the static management area here and look at some of the settings that we want to set in there. The first is the acquisition interval. This will be the epoch rate in which it's collecting: 1, 2, 5, 15, or 30. Depending on what your use is, will determine what you want to set on your receiver. I'm going to use 1 for this training video. Now the elevation angle in which we want to use for our elevation mask, I'm going to set it to 10 degrees. Our prefixing is just the prefix that comes at the beginning of our file once it's saved. And so we're going to use an A there. Our file serial number, we're going to use 3 zeros. Then all we have to do is hit Set Parameters. Once we look at our message, it says Get Parameters OK. We can close our port, close down our software, and we're ready to conduct a static survey with our Champion TKO. Next, we will power our TKO off and then back on to make sure the settings are correct as we've set them with our management software. Now that we've configured our TKO, what we want to do is power down our TKO receiver. Just hold the power button. Unplug our cable. Seal our hole back up. The water gets in there. Go ahead and turn your TKO back on to make sure it held the settings. Now she's just repeated back to us all the correct settings that we had placed. Collection interval 1, elevation 10, and file serial number 000 to start the day. Now you can power it off and go to the field and start your collection of your static data.